Hello. So we are going to be adding fractions. We now know about common denominators. We kind of get the idea of what we need to analyze before we can add fractions. So here we go. So we have two fractions here. We've got 3/8 and we want to add 6/4 to it. One thing you might recognize is that 6/4 is actually an improper fraction, meaning that the numerator is bigger than the denominator. So in this case, what we're going to do is we're going to look at the fractions and say, well, are the denominators the same? And they are not the same right now. So we need to work a little magic, have Diva come in and help us change the look of these fractions so that they do have a common denominator. So if we have 3/8 and we have 6/4, we can count by eights, 8, 16. We can count by fours, 4, 8. Ooh, 8 is the first number that they share. So our I'm going to write 3/8 plus 6/4. And I'm going to write two new fraction bars with an addition sign in the middle. And 8 is going to be our common denominator. Okay, so 8 will be the denominator in both fractions. So now what we're going to do is we're going to say, all right, well, what did we do to this 3/8 to turn the denominator into an 8? And we can say, oh, well, we didn't do anything. It just is an 8 already. It started as an 8. So this fraction just stayed exactly the same. For numerator, stays as 3. What we did is we essentially used a diva of 1 over 1, because using the identity property, we know that 1 times 8 is 8, and 1 times 3 is 3 if we multiply. Okay. What we can do then over here is say, all right, well, what about in 6/4? So let's get Diva. Here's her little mannequin. And we know we're going to multiply whatever we do to the top. We have to do the same thing to the bottom, right? It's legal to do so long as we do the same to both parts. So we say, well, what did we do to this 4 to turn it into an 8? 4, 8. I multiplied it by 2. So my Diva is going to be wearing her tutu. Weep. So we did 4 times 2 to get our denominator of 8 and 6 times 2 to get our numerator of 12. So now we have two new fractions, exact same value, different look, with a common denominator. And now it's legal to just add our numerator straight across. So we can say 3 plus 12 gets us 15. And our denominator stays the same because the amount of pieces that each of these kind of pies, if you will, are chopped up into, the amount of pieces doesn't change, right? But the amount, the size of slice that they're chopped into is the thing that is changing. So we have 15/8. Wow, we've done it. We've added this fraction. The second component here is you can think about simplifying, and you can say, all right, 15 divided by 8, how many 8s can I pull from 15? 8, 16, I can't pull 2, I can pull 1. 8. So 15 minus that 8 gets me 7 left over out of 8 total pieces. So our final answer simplified form is 1 and 7/8.